All right, we have the Cleveland Browns at home against the Baltimore Ravens. The spread is currently negative 8.5, sorry, and 8.5 for the Browns. Who is going to start for the Browns? Jameis Winston, it sounds like. Watson is out for the season. The backup, I don't remember, what did he get benched or got injured too, and he wasn't too great. They didn't play him very right either because he should have been running the ball more, but they played the typical offense still and stuck with it. The Ravens were beating up on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers pretty bad, but Buccaneers lost Mike Evans in that game, and then at the end lost Chris Godwin. And it's hard to win without a Mike Evans type player in the game. If we look at points per game, it's 14.8 with the Browns, and I expect that to be a little better with Winston. Watson is just that awful, and I've been saying that multiple times this year. 23.8 at home, the Browns are giving up. They are better at home with that defense, but we'll see how they go up against Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry in that offense. 36.8 points per game in the last four for the Ravens, which is up there with the Lions for the best in the league in the last four, and 25.5 for the defense in the Ravens, and that's why I think the Browns will be able to exploit this defense and how bad it really is in the secondary. There are so many blown coverages on that secondary. They brought in Dean Pease last week to fix that up, but Dean Pease hasn't been able to fix it right away. He's only had a week of practice, and this will be a second week there. The old defensive coordinator from the Patriots with Bill Belichick for a while. He has been with the Ravens before, and so that should help. But he's only working with the secondary, and he was in retirement. He just can't seem to get away from the game right now. If we look at points per play, 1.5 is all for the Browns. Not surprising, 3.9 for the Ravens. And my thing here is going to be interesting is rushing yards per attempt is 6.5 for the Ravens, um, which is pretty good. It is the average is 4.5 in the league yards per attempt and 5 um, yards per attempt for 10th place, so it's up there as one of the best or maybe even the best in the last four games. The defense has only given up 4.3 on the defensive side. The Ravens defense 3.4 rushing yards per attempt. They're a lot better on the rushing than the pass yards per attempt because they're giving up 8 yards per attempt in the air. But Browns are giving up 7.9, so both teams are going to struggle when it comes to the other team passing. The Ravens are currently 10.5 passing yards per attempt, which is insane. 7.9 is 10th in the league, so it might be one of the best or the best with the Lions. But overall, I think Winston being in for the Browns will really help them throwing the ball. Let's go straight to total expected points. The last four games, negative 8.5 for the Browns, 11.2 for the Ravens, and that would be a 19.7 or 19.5 spread favoring the Ravens. And if you use that to bet, you might want to bet. They should, I think they should be better, but that doesn't mean a lot. Winston, when he finally came in, the team was actually moving much more than their backup or Watson could ever get them moving. So it might be a closer game than that negative 8.5 spread. And I'm going to take it down to negative 5.5. Get under that 7, make it more of a sandwich game. It's between the 7 and a 3. And I think they should be able to win that game, hopefully, as long as they get their lead and don't let the Browns come back at the end of the game, which the Ravens are known for. Let's just scroll straight over here to the game cards, and it's all green for the Ravens. We got an 80.7% chance for the Ravens to win. You could put this in a parlay with the Lions. Um, and that would be a good parlay. You could do the money line, or you could try to do the spread and buy points for both those games to make it easier on yourself. If we're mixing points per game and uh, offense defense, we got -9 spread for the Ravens, which is closer to that -8.5 for the on DraftKings. But I'm going by total expected points. That one's insane right now, but that is also doesn't take Winston as this someone that can throw the ball either. So Watson, Winston, they are two different players, and Winston should be able to throw the ball. Where Watson was just awful, he couldn't move anymore, and he couldn't throw the ball anymore. It was just an awful player. I'm not going to go through these game cards. As you see, it's all green for the Ravens. I believe it's a definite win. What that ending spread is going to be is kind of a toss up. Um, I'm not going to tell you what my models has this at. You can always go and sign up and get the pick that my models have for every sport I play. But I told you the two different ways to do it in this video. And I'm going to use total expected points just in case that's what you guys are going to use, and take it down to a -5.5 for the Ravens, and hopefully that will be a win. If you bet this game, good luck. My name is Jordy. You're watching Betman Sports Betting, and I will see you in the next video.